Hey Dave and Melissa, this is David up here at Handy's downtown, up in beautiful Saint Albans, as you guys know. Now that the hustle and bustle of Maple Fest is now over, wanted to regroup a little bit. I appreciate you giving me a call back, and thank you guys again for stopping by and having a little conversation about everything that day. Certainly a pleasure. Your last bit of questions were including, or in regards to, the tethers or children anchor points, for car seats that you seem to be showing like they're in the third row. At the very least, another quick walk around of the video with this video on this car for you. I know, Dave, you weren't incredibly in love with the color. Certainly, condition-wise, is an absolutely gorgeous vehicle. Looks nice and sharp. It has everything you'd want as far as the alloy wheels, the fog lights, things like that, sport version. So if you're kind of, going back and forth on the idea, this is definitely, I don't know, again, it's all what people like. This is a nice subtle green. Obviously, interior is beige color, you know that. But just a quick reminder that you have test driven this. If we could come together on numbers, if you weren't able to make it back up here, what have you, we also do at the home deliveries with the paperwork and everything. So, we can always bridge that gap if it's something you want to do, or of course, always come up and just keep on test driving and making sure it's the right one. But to focus on your real question as we come in the back, personally, I haven't been able to find, if there is any, where they would be. And so, basically we're doing the same thing right now as we did when you were here, but I'm just not seeing anywhere in the back that realistically you would have those anchors in the third row. Sometimes, like on these captain's chairs that are in the middle, they'll be on the inside, but when it is, you usually get this little button that shows a kid in the car seat, and those do have that emblem letting you know that it's there for anchor points, but I just don't see that in this third row. So it might be equipped in some model years. This being a 2008 just doesn't have that. Certainly do not want to tell you that this does, because I just can't figure out where they would be if it did. So if you do end up buying or intend on buying this one, do not do it based on the fact that you have anchor points in that back seat, because personally I don't think that you do. So anyway, I know that was the real question that you were asking about in regards to that. It doesn't mean that maybe a 2010 doesn't have that. I'm not really sure. Obviously 2010 a little bit more money depending on the miles and what have you, but certainly if you're definitely looking for the utility of having the third row but need to make sure that you're able to hook up the car seats, that's something I can keep an eye out for. Just let me know how high up on your list of importance that really is. And then again, maybe those minivans and things like that might always win the battle in terms of just being accommodating and having those features. At the end of the day, this one is much more sporty, much more, I don't know, well knit in that kind of a non-minivan sense. Certainly offers things like your backup camera there, pop up with a glass, the windshield wiper, sport version, roof rack and rails. It's a very nice vehicle. Doesn't mean it's the one you guys are going to like, especially because of the third row situation. But if you're willing to compromise on the third row, not having those, certainly, again, we do offer delivery measures. We can go a little bit deeper into looking at payment structures and things like that on this, or just communicate with me and let me know how important that third row seating really is for it having the child safety situation. So happy to assist you. Certainly a pleasure meeting you guys again, and I most definitely appreciate you giving me the opportunity now and in the future to potentially earn your business, and keep me in the loop. Direct line, as always, 802-528-2213, and you can always email me, dburns@handycars.com. Again, appreciate the communication, the opportunity to earn your business, and talk to you soon, hopefully on another beautiful day much like this. Take care.